Alright guys, quick trade recap ting. Didn't take a trade take because I still don't have an account yet. I'm going to get one at the same time my boy does, and then we'll just work together because I feel like having ideas to bounce off between each other will be a good way to dodge getting fucked up in the market with the psychological aspect of it. So yeah, that's that. So this new week opening gap was filled, then price was still bullish, but on the shorter time frame, like the 15 and the 5, order flow and price action was just bearish. So there was no reason to argue with that. I'm talking about upon open. It was bearish, and there's no reason to argue with that because it hadn't reached the bottom of any crazy points. Like it had come to the bottom of all this imbalance here on ES, but it was still going bearish. So it was like, why fuck with it? And then there was hourly fair value gap, which had pretty much been filled on open, so that was that. Calm shit. No reason to go against the bearish move. And then the main move for today was the short off of this SMT divergence. I'll get to that anyways. But on the 15 minute, there was this fair value gap that we were shooting for, either to sweep and move topside or just to sweep and continue bearish. I was thinking just sweep and continue bearish because, I was thinking it probably won't even get swept in London because not much goes crazy in London. But I guess London is from like 6 p.m. or even 5 p.m. for me because I get in that hour early, all the way till like 11 p.m. when New York opens, I guess. So, and there was also this hourly breaker block. This one, which held some good validity, and that could have been a TP for a short to get down there. But yeah, anyway, so there's a high time frame divergence, so I was also bearish off that because that swept. And then there was also this hourly order block up here. The price could have retraced to tap and then run bearish. But overall, there was this little 15 fair value gap here, which got respected. Initially, we were thinking it was going to be long, but the whole time I was talking about longs, I was also saying, yeah, but why would it be long now? Because there hasn't been no big grab of anything bottom side here yet. There was like a 1 minute, like a low time frame divergence, which is fine, and then this fair value gap was respected and then inversed, but I guess it was initially respected, so we'll have it as that. So that was a bit bearish. Then price swept bottom side here, yep. Then it came up, inversed this 5 still, and then it gave us breaker structure on this bullish candle. No, sorry, breaker structure. Yeah, still on that bullish candle. And then there was, this was like I think this was a breaker block. I don't know, breaker blocks still confuse me. But yeah. Oh no, wait. No, this was change in state of delivery. Something I'm kind of learning. Change in state of delivery, which, as you can see, eventually gets retapped. Change in state of delivery is like kind of a breaker structure, and because it happens in both candles, but change in state of delivery is also something that gets retested for a move topside, like an order block. But this order block doesn't really get created that well. Yeah. And then there's this 5 minute fair value gap down here, which gets inverse, but that's for later. And then there's this 1 minute, big 1 minute fair value gap here, which also gets inversed. So let me change that shit. Oh, whoops. but we were looking for potential entries there. But once I had the change in state of delivery and the breaker structure slash getting out of that order block, it was like, okay, let's look for some potential longs. And then there was, but the whole time I was like, oh, probably not, because it has barely tapped into this bottom side of 15. It hasn't tapped into the hourly breaker, which holds quite a bit of validity. It had a high time frame divergence and a high time frame divergence to still be bearish. And then but there was this 5-minute fair value gap here, which was respected. And sometimes, if price does want to turn, these higher time frame fair value gaps will be respected for price to then come bearish. Like, it'll respect it, come bottom side, grab one of these imbalances, and then run top side. But of course, these get invalidated straight away. Inverse, sorry. And price switches, and then it taps into this breaker and the halfway of the 15, giving that little bump topside, right? Comes into this 5-minute. I think that was a 1-minute. What is this? Oh, that's the 15-minute fair value. Yeah, that one. So that gets respected bearish also, so that's another confirmation. But it's annoying to look at, so let me get rid of that shit. So the short opportunity would be here, obviously, because we're following the bias and we have this divergence topside, because ES sweeps this liquidity and this liquidity, which NASDAQ isn't near. And divergences are like pretty good, because it means that like NASDAQ hasn't had time to get up and even sweep liquidity before sellers are already pushing that shit down to continue this trend, right? And because it's been very bearish trendy, there's hella orders all above here, all the buy stops and shit. So that's that. And then we can get rid of these because we're not bullish anymore, right? So that is the order block. And then there's something in here. Then also this is a sweep. So this is actually a order block also, because this is a bottom side sweep of this little 5-minute, right? Which, as you can see, gets tapped and then more bearish. Tapped here, sorry, and then more bearish. But that's just another confirmation that price is trying to run bottom side more. So it was a sweep of this, and then this divergence, and then pretty much the only actual tap in is this inverse 1-minute here, and in the same candle it inverses this 1-minute, which is very strong, because it doesn't do the same shit on ES, but it does on NASDAQ. One candle inversing two 1-minute fair value gaps is pretty fat, and the price action is just dumping, which is always a good sign. And then eventually price, once the order block is made, price taps back into it, and there's hella imbalance all down here. So these get inversed, we know that. There's this 5-minute. Let's go, oh shit. Then on the 1-minute, there's of course a lot of imbalances, but because there's so many imbalances, you would try not to enter too hard off that shit. So the main reason you get in the short here is because the main reason is it's trending with the order flow. And I was talking to my mate like during London, and I said this yesterday, we needed to just start trading with buyers, and especially here, because there is no reason price would be bullish off of this, right? It hasn't swept anything crazy, no big point of liquidity, At this point, it hasn't swept anything crazy. There's no reason it would be bullish. So now we're just looking for the point where it turns bearish and we can continue the trend. And that occurs when it taps into this fair value gap, 5 minute, when it has a divergence where ES sweeps multiple points of liquidity, 1, 2, then inverse fair value gap very well. Fucking literally short right there. Spread would take you down a bit. You just have to have stops just above this inversed, and then you would shoot for. Did this have an hourly breaker? Or was it too high? Let me see. Where's the BRK? Yeah, it's too high. It's there. Oh, it's the 1-to-1. Damn, what a coincidence. Yeah, I guess you just shoot for these lows. Because you know it's liquidity. Oh wait, hold on. There'll be that 15 fair value gap surely. Oh no, because ES had already filled all that imbalance. Yeah, you just have to shoot for the low. That is a pretty solid point in liquidity actually, which it does actually end up sweeping. Let me see that. Damn, it ends up sweeping that shit perfectly. Fair value gap respected. Top side. Oh, into this fair value gap. Oh, it's fucking beautiful. It's beautiful. And there'll be a 5 minute fair value gap there that actually goes into. Yep, wicks. It wicks the top, the halfway. That's fucking juicer. Oh, that's real clean. That is literally perfect. But anyways, I don't think you get the change of structure bearish before the sweep occurs. Yeah, no, you don't. The change of structure happens here. The breaker structure, sorry. But I guess you get this change of state of delivery shit. Like here. What? Yeah, change in state of delivery, and as it breaks through this change in state of delivery, as that occurs, it also fucking inverses. Yeah, so that's the position. Short on this candle, spreads, fair value gap, and then shoot for the breaker. The breaker would definitely be where you shoot for, because it's an hourly fatty. So yeah, literally just trading with the trend. So strong. So strong. And then damn, this little turn bullish is clean as friggin' friggies. And you can tell ES is going to be the cleaner pair here because it's the one that actually swept while NAS was the diverging pair. So that's good. That's strong, you know? That's the shit that you want. So that's calm. And then it taps into this fair value gap. So if you miss this entry, see that's so beautiful about this because you miss this instant short, it's fine because it taps back in to this 5 minute fair value gap and to this minute fair value gap. You just short this shit. Or even short once it's out of the 5 minute when it closes out on the 19 candle down here. But you'd have to have your stop loss like accounting for those imbalances probably. Then you probably just shoot for the lows again. Like that's so clean. That's so nice. And you can be more sure about this position because it's just following the trend bearish. There's no reason to, you're not fighting the trend. Because with this little long here, you're fighting the trend. but you know you have the long because it sweeps pretty perfectly. So yeah, that's beautiful, bruh. The trend is really working recently. Trending shit. I mean, it's always like that in London though, and the market will stay trending like this. During this, you can tell it's going to stay trending bearish because it hasn't swept anything. Like, why would it turn? Why would it turn and fucking? It's so logical. It makes perfect sense. Like, oh, makes perfect sense. So yeah, that's that. Hope that was informative. Fuck yeah.